So guys, hello today, welcome back to my channel, where today I want to tell you basically how to use rabbit manure, that is the poop and the urine in general on crops. Step by step, I'm going to be discussing it in depth, how you can apply the rabbit manure to your crops, and it can do you so many good in terms of harvest. Now, today, if you look in our Liberian society, we are contributing globally when it comes towards our forest. Because we preserve the forest. One, I want to give it up for the traditional people of Liberia. They play major part in Liberia preserving the forest before even government could come in today with other foreign partners to protecting the forest and the species there in our forest. The traditional people been doing so very well over the past decades. Even before civilization could come into being, the traditional people been having a very serious measure on how to go about farming activities within the Liberian forest. Now I'm standing here, I can tell you much about the Gola forest, which is Bomi County, and there were places that the people barricaded you. Whether you are the best farmer, you will not go to farm in that particular place in the forest. Whether your father is the chief, you cannot go and farm in that forest. And the only way people were surviving was making farm along the road to come towards the main Kota road. People may farm along that path. People may farm along the quick side of the road. People may farm closer around the town. But going far into the land of that particular town, you will not have that permission from any authority of any town and villages in Bomi County. And that's why people sometimes don't understand that measure. They always carry the tendencies that Bomi County, the people don't sell land, the people so protective of their land. No, but because they understand the value of the land, no trees, there are many, and the value they possess. Because if we cultivate all of the bushes around us today in the name of making garden or making food, then when the storms start to come, where are we going to go to for help? Or when the sun start to shine very hot, where are we going to get shades from? So it has been a serious fight between the local community and that of the central government for Liberia to preserve its forest. And I tell you what, after all the fight over those past decades, today Liberia has achieved. Okay, Liberia has achieved. Our forest is playing immensely a very great part in the entire globe in terms of global warming. Yeah, if you don't know, Liberia has not encroached on the full 80% of her land in terms of infrastructure or modern development. We are only occupying approximately between 25 to 30% of our land. The entire inhabitants of Liberia. Our population is not very large. If I may tell you, our population is not large, but what we got as Liberian is a goal, because we possess good forests and we possess good natural resources. But what we are saying today for this video, that was just a recommendation for which it is important for us to do small farming, and it can even get bigger. Because when you see that you are making farm on the land, and the next time you come again to make farm on the land, you notice that the cross bearing, they will start to reduce, because somebody will say the land is no longer fresh because the land is loosening up and it's no longer fresh. But what from my own feasibility study, you can make your farm or your garden every time to a particular spot, and you will still get result. You will still get result. What makes you to get result is how you relate to your crops, how you communicate with your agriculture venture. Then you will see yourself making some great impact and getting quality result. So what you're going to do the first time you want to engage on the process is to study the soil. And then when you study the soil, the next thing you need to do is to get the kind of seed you want to use for your planting. Now that you have get that, then you clear the area, you set your beds, you are prepared to plant. So majority of our Liberian people also always depends on fertilizer. Yeah, fertilizer, going to the store to buy fertilizer for their farm. Sometimes the other chemical for the other thing, for that other thing, to scare away insects for eating their crops. But this is the good news that I want to tell you, that if you come across rabbit poop today into your agricultural venture, you will say bye-bye to all the other chemical you've been buying from in the store. Because you know what? This rabbit manure is so unique to the point that it meets your standard for all cross-section or agricultural farming activities, ranging from cocoa, beans, pepper, vegetable, okra, most especially potato greens, potatoes, leaves, and the greens that produce potatoes. Rabbit poop is very, very good for it. Even adults, you harvest something good. I have done this and I'll share it. Just in case you don't know, we are going gradually to our 4th year now, because we started this venture since 2021 August, and so we are coming gradually to our 4th year now. So we have tangibles to prove to you that hey, we have done this study for this length of time and we have gotten this result. So what I did for myself is that gathering those manure after knowing their value, they are here stock, and I took some portion of them to farmers to examine what I read about. And interestingly, those farmers were able to give me feedback, and I decided to do my own study as well, using the fertilizer from the store and using the manure from the rabbit on my pepper. Guess what? The pepper were having more iron, that is the pepper that is bearing now, were having more iron than the pepper that I use the fertilizer on from the store. And that just told me that my research was correct and my answer was awesome. So what I'm recommending to you now that is viewing me, if you are having a farm here in Liberia border, most especially around Manuer or in and around Manuer, or maybe Bombing County, Grand Cayman, or Bapuru County, because I'm very, very quick to fall in those 3 places I just call in the county region, then we can be able to do business with you. You can get those rabbit manure and you can try them and you will see how your farm will be like. Most especially low-fat county, people like to plant corn, people like to plant pumpkin, people like to plant watermelon, cucumber, people like to plant beans, people like to plant peanuts. These are the kind of crops that when you are using the rabbit manure on, you get a massive result in terms of harvest. This is the reason for which we always make it our duty here to keep our hand on deck. We clean up those hatch and we pack the poop aside, dry it up so that it can be able to fit in the plastic, package it for sale out there. So today I want to tell you that if you use this rabbit manure on your crops, hey, you will say bye-bye to all of the fertilizer in the store. And that brought us to the rabbit urine. In rabbit farming, I see it to be a gold business. Why am I saying this? Because ranging from rabbit poop, urine, to the meat, the skin, and that of the rabbit itself is so money. Nothing in rabbit farming is a waste. That's just the reality. Nothing in rabbit farming is a waste. The urine of the rabbit that we are on right now, that urine can be used as pesticide. to spray it on your crops, that you will not see any harmful insects that will come to eat your crops. I had a backyard garden before, and I applied the pesticide when my cucumber were about to shoot up high, and I noticed that there were some insects that would always come and bite the cucumber, and before I make up my mind, the cucumber is like kind of falling instead of being straight. So when I use the rabbit manure, tell you why, all of my cucumbers start to get better and fine. What I'm trying to tell you here is that the rabbit manure is good for your crops. Yes, the rabbit manure is very good for your crops. You are into this venture, brushing, digging, tilling the soil, putting your beds into action, laying them out, planting your seeding. The end result for all of the energy you are using is to use something good at the end of the day. And what can back you up so that your effort won't be, misplaced is rabbit manure. Rabbit manure can really make you to achieve that. And that is something that we have here. You contact us now with the number on the screen. We can be of service to you. How do we sell it? That's a whole total video all by itself, and that's why when you are first coming across us, don't forget to subscribe. You can also comment that you need some rabbit manure, and we can establish the contact with you on how we can deliver it to you. It's very reasonable because we are getting it from our rabbits, and the urine is also here in several gallons. As you can see, they are also available and reasonable, most especially for you that is preparing this summer to venture into the area of watermelon, cucumber, tomatoes. These are the things that will really boost your harvest. You yourself, you will be able to call us back to say, look, I have used this and I got the result. So thank God that there is First Liberian Rabbit Farm here that is giving us rabbit manure. And there are several videos coming up that those that use this product, I told them to do a video, and I will be getting those feedback for them and will be sharing them with you back on this channel. So guys, I just want to say thanks so much this morning for picking up your time to come across this video. To all of our subscribers, and we wish you a happy, prospering new year. I wish you all the best. On this note, I want to pause and submit and just say bye-bye.